Don't think I'm a hoe. Don't think I'm a hoe. I'm not a hoe. I'm a Virgin Mary. Hello, guys. Hello, my stars. Ew. Hey y'all, if you're new here, welcome to my channel, and if you are a true, real one, welcome back to my channel. I know I haven't been here in forever, but I'm here to stay. I know I say that every video, but it is quarantine, and there ain't shit else to do, so I'm gonna make YouTube content. Okay, so a lot has changed since I was on YouTube last, like my hair, first of all. Let me give y'all a little hair montage. Okay, so now that that ugly shit is over, let's get into what this video is about. Yeah, get into it! So, as you guys know, quarantine is here. There is no school for the rest of the year. And I've just been reminiscing on high school experiences, you know? Like, all the heartbreak, all the cheating, all the lying. Ugh, I miss it. So just thinking about it really makes me have butterflies in my stomach. You know, I really miss all the lying and scamming. But one story really came to mind and really sparked an emotion, so I kind of want to share that with y'all. I want to share this foolery, this bullshittery, the fuckery. The more I think about this shit, wow. Like my life is literally like a gay movie with no plot, absolutely no plot, no happy ending, but a whole bunch of shitty experiences in between. But you know what? This makes good YouTube content, so that's what I'm gonna do for y'all. As you guys know, I'm a senior, so this story takes place my sophomore year of high school. What a time. You know, I hung out with all my girls throughout high school. I really didn't have a lot of guy friends because they were always like, "Whoa, bro, I'm not gay. I can't be seen with, oh my god, I'm gay." So I always hung out with my girlfriends. And there was this one guy, let's call him, I'm trying to think of a name that's really far off, but doesn't have local names in it. Let's call him Demonte. So there was always that one guy at school, his name is Demonte or whatever, and all the girls head over heels for Demonte. They were always like, oh my god, if he walked down the hall, they'd be like, oh my god, Demonte's coming, don't look. They try and be acting like they don't see him, but trying to be cute. There was I was never that type of bitch. If I saw Demonte coming, I'd be like, so looking right at him, basking in the glory. I was like, okay. But at the end of the day, he was always a person. Everybody was just like, oh my god, Demonte. And I'm like, yeah, he's fine or whatever, but stop blowing him up like that, baby. It's not really like that. Stop blowing him up. He would always walk down the hall. I'd always see him. Sadly, we never had any classes together, so I really couldn't interact with him or talk to him, but I always saw his fine ass. I remember one day he ended up getting a girlfriend who was that pretty bitch at school, the top bitch. They were running shit together, and I was like, okay, good for her. Period. To wrap all that up, Demonte was that bitch at school. Everybody wanted to be with Demonte, all that shit. One night, I'm on, oh god, don't think I'm a hoe. Don't think I'm a hoe. I'm not a hoe. I'm a Virgin Mary. I know you fucking lying, bitch! But I was on Grindr just to see what the locals were doing. If there were any fine locals, seeing what they were up to. Sadly, there were not. I hopped on, I was scrolling through my locals, I was like, oh my god. I was like, oh shit. This is why I'm single. It's probably because I'm weird as fuck. Niggas think I'm weird and they don't really like me. I was scrolling through Grindr, nothing was catching my attention. I haven't gotten any messages yet because I just downloaded it, so I was like, whatever. Let me just go back on Instagram. So I'm surfing Instagram, and if y'all know that Grindr sound, it's like brrrr, like brrrr. And I got a notification, it's new message received, and I was like, okay, period. So I tap on it, and of course, it's a faceless, nameless profile. All it has are stats, 6 foot, 160, da-da-da-da-da, all of the stats, but no pictures, no bio, nothing. I'm looking at it and it just says, hey. And I was like, what? I was like, who is talking to me, first of all, without a face, trying to be like, hey, I don't know what you look like. So I didn't answer it for 30 minutes. Then I get another one and he was like, what's up? And I was like, I was like, oh my God, whatever. Like, he's pressing my line right now. Let me just entertain it. Like, I'm bored. It's like, at this point, it's like 1 a.m. So you know the hours. You know the hours. He was like, what's up? And I was like, nothing much, just in bed watching Netflix. That's what I was doing, up in my pajamas, eating literal chicken nuggets. I was not up to anything. He was like, oh, okay, cool, that's dope. And I was like, yeah, eating chicken nuggets in my bed watching Netflix, dope. And I was like, yeah, like, what are you up to? And he was like, nothing much, just had a hard day at practice, so I'm just kind of like chilling. It's like, oh, like, what do you do? And he didn't tell me. He didn't tell me what he did. He was like, oh, like, it doesn't matter. That was red flag number 1. That should have been red flag number 1 to not even entertain this. Blah, blah, blah. We have more conversation. And he was like, do you want to like meet up and like talk? Like, I hate talking on the phone. I'm not about to meet up with nobody with a faceless profile, no stats. Like, no, that's not what I'm about to do. He's like, I'm just not out, like, I'm not comfortable with it, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay, like, I understand, like, I feel like everyone has been there, like, all gay people have been there, like, they're not out, they're not ready to accept themselves, so I'm just gonna leave it. And I was like, okay, well, just for my own safety, I'm not gonna meet up with you, like, I'm trying to still be, like, nice, because I understand the situation. And he was like, I know you. And I was like, you know me? You know me? Wow! I feel like it's only fair if you tell me who you are since you know me, right? Like, especially if you want to like meet up and talk. And he was like, how about you ask me questions? And I was like, okay. So I started like, what school do you go to? Bitch said my school. Like, I was like, wow! We caught one, y'all! We got one! Just asking like a lot of like personal questions so I could figure out who he was. And after about 20 minutes of asking questions, guessing, I went through a whole bunch of names. He's like, no, 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 no. And I was like, okay, then I don't know who you are. Like, I'm done. And he's like, okay, you said my name. Oh, I said, whoop. I said, whoop. So I went through my messages, looking at every name I sent, and one stood out. One stood out. Like, I don't know how I didn't get it right away, but it was like in bold. I was like, are you the Montage? And it did not answer me for like 25 minutes, like silence. He was like, yeah, please don't tell anyone. And I was like, oh! I was like, my first reaction was to like text all my girls and be like, bitch, y'all don't understand. But like, right when I was about to, I was like, no, this ain't right, I shouldn't do it. I shouldn't do it. I gave him my word, I'm not gonna tell nobody, so I'm not gonna tell nobody. He started talking, he adds me on Snap, just to make sure it's real. He's sending me face pictures. I was like, oh, I'm living all these bitches' dreams, bitch. I'm living all these bitches' dreams. They're mad. He was like, do you want to like meet up and talk? And I was like, my dumbass, my sophomore dumbass was like, yes. Like, cause I already knew him. So I was like, we can talk. We don't have any classes together, so yeah. So we meet up and we talk. We talk. That's all we did, we talked. Yo, I don't know where your minds are. But we talked, things been done and dirty, and that was it. So fast forward, I see him at school the next fucking day. And this was around the time of kind of like homecoming, so everyone was asking their dates, but I knew like nothing like that was gonna happen. Like, he's DL, like he's not about to just come out of the closet for me. Like, that's not usually how it works. This kind of hurted. They were doing homecoming like proposals and all that, and he asked like one of my friends, and she was like, yes, oh, yes. And like, I sit with her at lunch, and the entire time she's like, oh my God, Demonte asked me to homecoming. Knowing damn well in my mind, I was like, bitch, I got you, man. But I was like, okay, I'm so happy for you, period. Fast forward to homecoming, they go together. And on homecoming night, he asks her to be his girlfriend. And I was like, I didn't feel any type of way. Like, it was like, whatever, like it happened, blah, blah, blah. A couple days after he asked her to be his girlfriend, he texts me saying, hey, do you want to meet up? Do I want to meet up? For what, another talk? I was like, no, I'm sorry, you're dating my homegirl. That's not gonna happen. He was like, it's not even like that. And I was like, yes, it is like that. Who do you think I am to start talking to someone that's talking to my friend? Like, I'm not that type of bitch. So you got the wrong one. You got the wrong one, sweetheart. You got the wrong one. He was like, whatever, like, screw you. Unadds me on Snap. All of this. Fast forward again, they break up. He texts me. I still wasn't about it, so I kind of like brushed it off. And now we're getting around Halloween, and there is a Halloween party. And you know me, I was looking good or whatever. I was wearing like a sleeveless little costume, bitch. I was looking good. I was looking good. I was looking good. I pull up to the party, and y'all aren't gonna believe who's there. I walked in, I see him, I see DeMonte, and I was like, oh my God. I was like, no, man. I act like I don't see him. I'm like, whatever, like, whatever. And I'm just partying with my girls. Like, I'm like, hey! And as the night goes on, you know, we getting a little dizzy or whatever, just a little dizzy. And, he texts me after the party was over. We leave and we talk again. We talk! After we got done talking or whatever, he was like, I think I really like you, like da 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 da. My little sophomore dumbass heart, I was like, oh my God, I finally got a boyfriend, like yay. And then fast forward a little bit later, this was 2 weeks later, this was like the worst moment of my life. I was laying down poolside, literally living my best life, eating fruits. Like, I was literally laying down by the pool, and my phone just starts to blow up. Tweets, texts, snaps. I was like, why is everyone blowing me up right now? Like, did someone die, bitch? I was like, did someone die? And I just tap on my best friends, and he's like, check Twitter. What? I was like, what the fuck? And I'm on my Twitter, and I have a whole bunch of mentions, and I'm like, what the hell? And I got exposed on Twitter. Like, everybody was saying, like, what happened between me and DeMonte. Like, there was no, like, proof or anything, but they were like, I heard this. And I was like, no way. I was like, this is not happening. And then I get a call from DeMonte, like, he's like, what the fuck happened? Like, da 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 da. And I'm like, bitch, I don't know. I was literally just sitting poolside. Like, I was all like getting questions everywhere. Like, everywhere I went afterward, like, they're like, so, it's a small town. So everyone was like, so, like, is it true? And like, I always be like, no. It's disgusting. Everything just kind of did that and then died down, and now we don't talk. So. That is the time that I got with the DL and got exposed on Twitter. I have so many more stories like that. I literally have a part 2 after because things got even worse. But if you guys enjoyed that video, make sure to leave a thumbs up and comment if you guys want a part 2. Comment your favorite part of the video and comment what I should do now, okay? This is a two-way. I tell you the story and y'all help me, period. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at @SirTheStar. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye! Yeah.